Ladies and gentlemen, as the sun is shining on me, I've got some Chelsea news for you lined up. And it seems like Raheem Sterling could be facing a ban. I know some of you dirty rats are quite happy about this, but we need to talk about this. I can't have this player banned. At no chance I can have this player banned. So we're going to talk about this. We've got some more news in regards to Brazilian Wonderkid. Another one, as DJ Khaled would say, it's another one. We're linked with another Wonderkid, and there's some other bits and pieces that we need to go through. Let's go!
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start from this particular breaking news that happened earlier today. Breaking: the FA are investigating Raheem Sterling after he threw back a missile into the Spurs fans that was thrown onto the pitch as Chelsea celebrated their first goal. He could face a ban, exclusive from Melsport. Now, I don't get this. I honestly don't get this. We'll get to the ramifications of this situation very, very soon. Look, I highly doubt he's going to face a ban, but you never know in this day and age that we live in. I saw the particular footage. You guys can go out there. I think CFC Daily has the footage on his Twitter account, so go and check that out. It was the goal off the back of Cole Palmer scoring that penalty. Everyone was celebrating near the corner post. There was a particular object that was thrown, and all Raheem Sterling did was picked it up and just throw it back into the crowd again. Now, look, you wanna provide some sort of punishment towards Raheem Sterling. We can get to that. But what about the perpetrator that instigated this situation? What about the person that threw the object? Why can't we talk about that particular individual first? What's going to happen to that, him or her, whoever it was? What are we going to do with them? How come they're not they're getting away with this situation? All Raheem Sterling did, as I said, picked it up and threw it back into the crowd. I don't think he was aiming at anyone or anything like that. So why should the person that's retaliating is the only one that gets punished over here? For me, it seems ridiculous. And on top of that, why a ban? Why does everything need to be so extreme? What happened to simply just a warning, mate? Just going up to Raheem Sterling and saying, Raheem, you can't do that. Make sure you don't do that ever again. And if other players do that, just give them an initial warning. What's with this ban and this, that? Why does things need to be so extreme? I don't think anyone got hurt. Okay, it's a behavior we don't want to promote. I understand that. I completely get it. But I think we need to do much better at finding out who threw that object, because you do need to go after the instigator. This is the day and age that we live in these days. Do you know what I mean? Someone could punch you, but you punching them back, retaliating, you're potentially going to get done with a severe punishment. I don't know why this world works like this, but it is what it is. For me, ladies and gentlemen, I can't have this player suspended one bit. I can't have this player banned. I know some of you guys are laughing. I know some of you guys want him to be suspended. You don't believe in him. For me, look, I'm not going to sit here and lie. He's been inconsistent, highly inconsistent, much like many of our other players. But he's still an experienced member. You can't have the entire front line just full of kids, man. You need someone that the players can look up to. And whether you like it or not, the players do look up to Raheem Sterling. They really do. Pochettino likes him as well. We need that experience on field. And then, if by chance it's one of those days where Raheem Sterling is absolutely balling, he becomes unstoppable. He really does become unstoppable. So for me, look, I can't afford to have this player banned. I think the ban probably won't happen. But as I said, crazy stuff has happened previously. I wouldn't be surprised if the FA take that kind of measures. But we should be doing our level best to find the instigator in this particular situation, who sent the missile in the first place, as opposed to just going after Raheem Sterling. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what your thought is. Firstly, in regards to this whole situation, and are you going to be upset if he is banned? Because I know some of you lot, you're going to be happy if he doesn't play. Not me though. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we've got this Brazilian Wonderkid, yet another Wonderkid. Do you know what? Look, I know at times we laugh about this. I definitely laugh about this. Every time we lose, we get linked with a youngster. Every other day, we're getting linked with a youngster. So, it's at a certain point, it is a bit of a laughing stock. But I have to say, with the recent, there was a particular youngster that we got linked with. I'll get back to this particular news very, very soon. Recently, we got linked with this particular player. I don't know if you guys know. You might have seen him play yesterday against Manchester United. I think you pronounce him as Ronnie, or I don't think it's Rooney because there's no E, but I don't know. I think it's pronounced as Ronnie, or maybe it's Rooney. But oh man, that is difficult. Anyway, this particular brother played against Man United last night, and he came off the bench, and he was electric. He really, really was. He scored the 4th goal. I think he scored the winner. And this particular player, I think 18, 17, whatever the case is, he was linked with us literally a week ago. And someone, one of my Twitter followers, someone who's also watching this channel maybe, tagged me on that particular news, and I was laughing because that was off the back of us losing against Brentford. The reason why I'm talking about this is whether we like it or not. For some reason, the Chelsea scout, especially Joe Shields, as you can see here, Joe Shields is the one that's following Rooney, Budgie. And as I said, whether we like it or not, our scouts seem to be scouting the right young, talented players, not just willy-nilly anyone. So this guy obviously absolutely blew up last night and took Manchester United to cleaners. And we got linked with him literally a week ago off the back of losing against Brentford. So now coming back to this particular news, I'm not upset anymore. I mean, look, it is annoying to see getting linked with every 17, 18-year-old out there, but I think there's some method to the madness. I think our scouts are quite thorough with this, with the scouting of these young players, and they all seem to have some level of good talent. So check this out. Chelsea have submitted a new proposal to Corinthians to sign Gabriel Moscardo. No answer will be given until the end of this month due to presidential change in Corinthians. Offer is above 25 million euros. Look, I've got no idea who this particular player is. I know some of you guys are quite strong followers of the Brazilian league or even the Brazilian national team, and you might have come across this particular youngster in the under-19s or under-18s, whatever the case is. Let me know if you've got some knowledge about this player. He's a defensive midfielder. That's all I know. He's 18. And yeah, it seems like he's a top prospect coming from Corinthians. Corinthians is a top club. This is a little bit of information about him. Let me just bring that up, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see over here, 18-year-old. He's meter 85, 1.85 meters tall. Brazilian background, obviously, has already featured for Brazil under 23 apparently. And this is where he plays. He plays central midfield, defensive midfield. As you can see, all those positions. The defensive midfield is his main position. Central midfield, attacking midfield, he can do all of that. And that's all we know. That's all we know about this particular brother. Let me know. Let me know if you guys are excited. But I wouldn't be surprised if we keep buying more of these young players. I know recently, I don't know if you guys have seen the news. The FA are really trying their best to stop loans from loans from the parent club to the sister club, especially in the January transfer window as a temporary measure. Now, that's really going to affect us because we have sent players to Strasbourg, for instance, and we're looking to build that multi-dimensional structure with more clubs. So for the time being, the temporary measure is there can't be any loans between the parent club and the sister clubs in the upcoming January transfer window, which is going to impact us. Maybe not in this particular January window, but in the future, I think if this ban or this particular rule gets imposed permanently, then I think definitely this multi-club structure will be thought over again, because one of the reasons we're doing this is being able to buy all of these youngsters so we can farm them out. If we're unable to do that, that's going to be a bit of an issue. I think, look, I don't think it's going to pass in the long run. You do need 14 Premier League clubs to accept that. And there's a lot of Premier League clubs that farm out all of their youngsters to their affiliated clubs. I think Man City have quite a lot of affiliated clubs as well. And there are other clubs that have affiliated clubs under their umbrella. So let's see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, let me know in the comment section if you have any idea about who this particular youngster is. Next up, last but not least, we've got a news in regards to Chelsea's recruitment. You know how recently we said that Pochettino is probably going to get all the power. So this is the latest coming from David Ornstein. So this is when you got to take things seriously, because Orny he knows what's going on. Chelsea's recruitment will be led by Winstanley. Mauricio Pochettino will have an input, but no veto, increased power, or anything like that. Chelsea wants him to focus on coaching. So in recent times, we saw that perhaps Mauricio Pochettino will have more power in the transfer market, where he gets to basically have veto powers. Like, he can decide. But the word is he won't have any veto power. He's going to be there as a consultant, but ultimately the decision will be made by Paul Winstanley and Laurence Stewart. So look, I think that's how it's meant to be. I think it's too early to give Pochettino all the power. I definitely think Pochettino must be consulted in all of this transfer negotiations and which target to go to. I think it's paramount that he gives his input, especially in the January transfer market. If we are going for a striker, I think Mauricio Pochettino's input is very important. And I think Paul Winstanley and Laurence Stewart should definitely hear him out as to what the team exactly needs. But this is why you have a sporting director. It's not just for Mauricio Pochettino. It's for the betterment of the team, and you never know what the future is for Mauricio Pochettino. So you need to prepare a team where any manager can come in and seamlessly take up the particular team and go on with it. You can't have a team so specifically tailor-made for Pochettino, because that is going to be detrimental if he down the track gets sacked or whatnot. Then the entire team is based on what he wanted. So which may be a bit difficult for the new manager. Something to think about. I'm not saying go out there and sack Pochettino. I think that's not going to happen. But to a certain degree, you do need to listen to him. But at the same time, you do need to have a long-term focus. So that is what is going on that particular news. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us till the end of this particular news segment. Let me know how you felt about everything, especially the Raheem Sterling situation. Comment below. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. I shall see you guys for a live stream early tomorrow morning UK time, roughly around 10 a.m. UK. So do look out for that. Until then, take care. See ya.